This is the Anna Gale Lines podcast, where we equip you with the tools and insights to take charge of your life and thrive. And here is your host, life coach and author, Anna Gale Lines.
Welcome to the Anna Gale Lines podcast. I'm your host, Anna Gale Lines, and today we are diving deep into a topic that is critical for success in any aspect of your life: time management. We all know that feeling of having a million things to do and not enough time to do them. Well, fear not. Because in this video, we're going to explore practical strategies to help you make the most of your time. So, if you're ready to take control of your time, boost your efficiency, and accomplish your goals, you're in the right place. Hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And let's dive into the world of time management together. So stay tuned, because the clock is ticking and we're about to make every second count. Let's get started. Why is it that traditional time management techniques don't work? It's because they set up a rigid structure. They take a one-size-fits-all approach. They focus on quantity over quality. They neglect our energy levels. They fail to prioritize. They have a lack of adaptability. They overemphasize the busy work. They ignore technology. They have a failure to account for our personal development, and they cause stress and burnout. So why is managing our time important? Well, it increases productivity. It reduces stress. It helps us achieve our goals. It helps improve our decision-making skills. It enhances our quality of life. It helps us create a work-life balance. It increases our accountability. It utilizes our opportunities. It has a proactive approach, and it helps us with our personal development. So what are some ways that we can be more productive? One way that we can be more productive is by setting clear goals. If you listen to any of my podcasts, you know I'm very big on setting goals. Not only short-term goals, but long-term goals and daily goals. And we need to be setting goals that are smart, that are measurable, that are achievable, that are relevant, and that have a time-bound component to them. They have to have a deadline, because otherwise we will have 1,000 things on our to-do list and we won't get them done because there's no deadline. There's no urgency when it comes to these goals. So we need to be setting our goals every day. And we need to prioritize our tasks. What is the most important thing that we need to get done in a day? Most of the time, instead of focusing on the major tasks that we have to do in a day, we focus more on the minor tasks. We spend 80% of our time on minor things when we should be spending 80% of our time on the big things, the major things that we have to get done. And we need to create a to-do list, but not in the traditional sense of a to-do list. I want you to try this, and I want you to take out a sheet of paper or put it on your computer, whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, maybe even on your phone in your notes. But I want you to write out 6 goals for tomorrow. Not 10, not 1,000, 6. I want you to write out 6 major goals that you need to accomplish tomorrow. Not minor goals, major goals. And then I want you to put all your time and energy and focus into that first task until you got it done. Then I want you to do that with the second one and the third one and the fourth one and the fifth one and the sixth one. And if you don't get something done, I want you to put it onto the next day's to-do list. But I only want you to have 6 goals on that next day's to-do list. Every day, you're going to only have 6 goals. And you're going to focus on those 6 goals. This helps us be more productive. And then I want you to do time blocking. Let's say you want to edit a video. Instead of editing one video, I want you to go and do a whole batch of videos. Okay? So you're doing like-minded tasks. So you block out time just to do videos. So you do like a month or two of videos. And then you block out time to do all the editing of those videos. And then you block out the time for writing or doing administrative tasks. But you're going to block out time to do like-minded tasks, all the same type of tasks. And we're going to eliminate distractions. It's hard to do in a work environment, but if you're like the CEO, or if you're an entrepreneur, or if you are working from home, you can do things to eliminate the distractions. Maybe it's put your phone on do not disturb so you're not getting notifications. Maybe it's putting a sign on your door that says do not disturb on your office door. Maybe it's actually going someplace else, going into a conference room, reserving a conference room at work, or going to a coffee shop or a library in order to get work done. But you're going to eliminate distractions. In fact, you can put, if you're a manager, you can put it in your calendar that you are not to be disturbed for this period of time. And we need to use productivity tools, whether that's a calendar or a calendar on Google, or it's your email reminders, or it's, some kind of project management software. Or it could be that you do this old school and you do this with a physical calendar or a dry erase board that's got all the days of the month on it, and you actually write all your appointments in it. Whatever it takes for you to block out time and become more productive. And we need to set deadlines, because the problem is that if something stays on your to-do list for too long, it's not going to get done. If it's gone past day 3, it's not going to get done. So we need to make sure that we're setting deadlines, creating a sense of urgency for our goals. And we need to take breaks, because our mind can only focus on a task for a certain amount of time before it switches gears. I heard a psychology class that is about 45 minutes. So we need to take breaks. So we need to focus on a task and focus on it completely for a period of time, and then we need to take a break, whether that means to go to the restroom or go get a glass of water or take a walk around the building. Doesn't matter. Taking short breaks can refresh your productivity. And we need to delegate the tasks that we are not suited for. So there's tasks that you have to do, but you don't like doing, like taxes or some kind of accounting or, website design or graphic design. These are things that you could find other people that love doing those tasks to do. So you can assign them to your team members. You can outsource them through sites like Fiverr.com. You can find people who are suited for that particular task, who love doing those kind of things. And then we need to learn to say no. I have a whole podcast episode on this, but we need to say no. We need to set up boundaries not only with ourselves, but with others. Because there are times when we need to put our heads down and focus on the task at hand. And we've got people coming up to our desk who want to talk. They want to go out to dinner. They want to go out to lunch. They want to go out for cocktails. They want you to help take them to the airport. They want you to go shopping with them or for them. And you can't get what you need done because there are people who are demanding your attention. And you have to just say no. If you've got your work done and you want to help people, that's fine. But we have to say no to those things that are not going to serve us. We need to say no to those things that are going to prevent us from getting our work done, from getting our goals done. We have to say no to things that are going to distract us and take away from our future and what we want to do with it. We have to set boundaries. And that includes setting boundaries with ourselves. We're going to sit down and we're going to work for this period of time. We are not going to play video games. We are not going to binge on Netflix. We are saying no to that and yes to our goals. There's a time and place for everything, because if you become more productive, you'll have time to volunteer and to help your friends. But right now, we have to take control of our time. And like I said before, we need to batch similar tasks. So you need to batch all your letter writing. You have to batch all of your correspondence. You have to batch all of your calls that you need to make in a day. You have to batch all your editing, all your video recording. You have to batch these things so that you are more productive. And we have to set realistic expectations, because we are not going to get a million things done in a day. We take on too much in our lives, and we have to set priorities, what it is we can get done and what we can get done in a day. And we can't take on more than we can handle. And we need to use the 2-minute rule. What is the 2-minute rule? Is if a task takes less than 2 minutes, we should do it immediately rather than postponing it. But if it is something that's going to take longer than 2 minutes, we need to either schedule it or delegate it. And we need to automate repetitive tasks, like email filters or task reminders. And we need to stay organized. We need to make sure that our area is not cluttered. We need to be able to find everything. And we need to continuously learn. What is it that you want to learn today? Do you want to learn how to market? Do you want to learn how to brand? Do you want to learn how to be a better leader? Do you want to learn more time management techniques? These are things we've got to focus on. Try this. For a month, I want you to only focus on 1 to 3 subjects to learn about. Everything that you listen to on your audiobooks should be on that topic. Everything you read should be on one of those topics. Videos that you watch outside of, entertainment videos should be on those topics. And then do this for a month. Then do this the next month and the next month. And you'll see how much you learn in those months. And then we need to incorporate regular exercise into our daily routines. We need to take the stairs instead of the elevator. We need to park away from the building and take that time to walk. We need to, walk around the building and get those extra steps in. We also need to get adequate sleep. I'm not a very good sleeper, but we need to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night so that we can be healthy and more productive. We need to plan our goals, and we need to execute those goals. And then we need to look and reflect on what happened with it and what we would do different in the future. So that way that we can improve our practices. We need to conquer our fears by doing the hard things first. And we need to put small change into our lives. So we need to take small steps towards our goals. We need to make small changes in our lives. Like to add more fruit in our lives, we might, take fruit for lunch every day. To, learn more about marketing or branding, we are going to listen to 30 minutes of an audiobook every day. Or we're going to go to lunch once a week with somebody who is an expert in that field. We're going to make these small changes. And over time, those small changes are going to accumulate into bigger changes. You're going to see the effects of those small changes. And then we need to set up daily disciplines and daily routines, daily habits, good habits. Like, every day we take fruit to work. Every day we listen to 30 minutes of an audiobook. Every day we check your email and answer every single email and make sure that your inbox is clear before you leave for the day. And then we need to not just achieve our goals, but become people who would achieve those goals. We need to grow into our goals. And how do we do that? By learning, by talking to people who have been there, done that. Pick the brains of experts. We need to, become the people that we see achieving those goals. What will it take to achieve that goal? What type of person gets the corner office? What are the skills and qualities of a person who is in the C-suite? Who is that type of person that's going to start their own business? What qualities do you have to start your own business? What kind of skills do you need to learn? And then we need to stay on task. We need to make sure that we're focusing when we're working. And we need to stop spending time on the minor activities and start spending them on the major activities. And when we fail, which we inevitably will, we need to shake it off and recommit. It's part of that plan, do, review, and improve. We need to make sure that we are doing things better the next time. It's when we start taking control of our time that we find that we have more of it. And there you go, folks. I hope you found these time management tips valuable and are ready to implement them into your daily routine. Remember that time is our most precious commodity. From setting clear goals and prioritizing to using time management tools. We've covered a lot in this video. So if you missed any of it, don't worry, you can always go back and rewatch. Share this video with someone that you think can benefit from it. And if you enjoyed this content and want to see more videos on how to take control of your life, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay focused, stay productive, and keep chasing those dreams. And join us next week when we will be discussing how to do things solo.
You have been listening to the Anna Gale Lines podcast. If you'd like to learn more about Anna Gale, you can go to AnnaGaleLines.com. It's AnnaGailLynes.com. And there you can download 2 free chapters of her book Unshakable Purpose. And you can also download her latest science fiction mystery novel called The Last Chance Station for free. You can also buy her fiction and nonfiction books on the website, Amazon, BN.com, Lulu, and many other online outlets. Sign up for the newsletter to keep updated as to what's going on in the world of the Anna Gale Lines podcast and Space-Tastic Mysteries podcast, her fiction podcast where you can hear installments of her novels. To follow her on social media, Lady Anna Gale on TikTok, Anna Gale Lines on Twitter, and Anna Gale Lines Artist on Instagram. Join our Facebook page at facebook.com/author Anna Gale. Thank you for listening and thank you for being you.